Welcome back to Williamsville South High School halftime of the Class AA Far West Regional. It is the Bennett Tigers up 14-7 over the McQuaid Jesuit Knights. Tim Chifa, Paul Catrona joining me. Tim, let's jump right into those scoring plays.
Yeah, so McQuaid came out firing. They struck first with a really nice drive, went right down the field, capped it off with a 1-yard run by Myers. And then it was a bit of the Bennett show for the rest of the half, pretty much. We start with Ryan Lawrence, a 65-yard touchdown run, and Bernard to Jameer Thomas, 75-yard touchdown pass. They also have one touchdown called back. It was on a fumbled kickoff, I believe, right? We didn't get really told why. We'll find out, though, why it didn't count. But great. This has the makings of, who has the ball last type thing, who's going to make the big play, who's going to make a bad mistake. So great half. Bennett was threatening right with about 2 minutes left. Had the ball 1st and 10 at about the 12, 13-yard line. I didn't love the play calling. I'm not going to lie. They went pass, run, pass, pass. You're not going to go for a field goal. So, try to get the first down in a couple plays.
So would you rather have the run? Would you rather? It's a little compact in there, but you think Bennett's run game is strong.
It was at one point they needed, I think, 7 yards for the first down. Don't quote me on that, but I think 7 yards. And you had 2 downs to get it because you're not going to go for the field goal. I would have rather seen run at that point.
Sure.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we think about that on 3rd, 4th down. We have 2 to make.
Exactly.
And then fill in the blank.
Yeah, because you're not going to kick a field goal. You're going for it, 4 downs. I just didn't love the pass. But the pass wasn't bad. The safety for McQuaid made a really nice play, went over and knocked it down. I wasn't sure it was going to be completed either way, but a really nice play by the safety either way just to make sure it wasn't completed. But this is 2 good football teams. I mean, really, really 2 good football teams. And, Francis, we've said it quite a bit between yesterday and today. Who's going to make a play? Who is going to make a play that is, gets yourself to 1 game away from the state championship game.
And we were worried about Jameer Thomas
I think he's okay.
possibly having some injuries. Yeah, we saw him make some plays. He was still juking guys out.
Yeah, he went from 4-3 to 4-4, so he's struggling a little bit.
But he still has that smooth running style. Just a great athlete, a lot of speed, and one question that was answered: what about if Bennett gets behind?
Yeah, they were down and fired right back, right?
They answered it quickly.
Yeah, they sure did. And McQuaid fired back also. So it's back and forth. This is 2 good teams. It really is well-coached teams. We already know Coach McDuffie and his staff, and McQuaid. They're a special program also. We don't get a chance to see them very often. But there's not a doubt about it. There's a reason they've been here, I think, 5 straight years, right? And three in a row now against Bennett. So we've been pretty lucky today, Francis, compared to yesterday's games. For today's games, pretty much yesterday they're pretty much – no, they went over at halftime because it was 14-7 in the second game. But 3 great football games. I think you're the lucky charm, Paul.
Yeah, there you go.
Although I do have to say, I think Bennett has the capability of doing similar to what East did last night, is turn this into a bit of a blowout in the second half.
Yes, and I'm wondering if McQuaid, that's my gut reaction too. Can McQuaid keep it up? Because they're going toe for toe now, but Bennett still had the better of the play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that can lead to.
If there was going to be a team that was going to, run away, I would think it would be Bennett. I don't think it's going to happen this game. I think this is going to be close. I think it's going to be within a 2-score game throughout, maybe end up being a 1-score game. But I see this going into the 4th quarter without it being decided yet.
Better for us, right?
Yeah.
It's more entertaining. It's a great game.
Exactly.
We love to see the competition.
It's brisk out there. It's cool. This is football. This is football in Western New York, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. But it's anybody's ball game. Little things we talked about, Paul, a few times today. Extra points. Bennett goes for 2 every single time. They're 50%. So it's like the same thing of kicking twice, right? Getting the 14 points.
But another touchdown.
The kid for McQuaid doesn't miss. So it's almost a guaranteed 7 every time they get a touchdown. So
So another touchdown, it's not a game breaker if you don't get it, but it
Yeah.
hurts in case McQuaid gets hot on offense.
Yeah, I think a few times, both teams, they got to capitalize a little better. Okay, because both teams had it deep a few times and didn't capitalize. You got to come out with points. You got to get points, especially if you're McQuaid. You can't just give up these opportunities because you don't get that many on a team like Bennett. So you got to take advantage of those points. And, McQuaid got a break. The touchdown that got called back, and then Bennett didn't score that particular drive. They did end up scoring again a little later. But, so a little bit of a break to kind of only be down one score.
So think about it. They got the break on the touchdown called back. That's one score. Just now, McQuaid makes that great I call it goal line. It's inside the 20.
Yeah, a red zone stance.
It's a red zone stance.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
So they've now stood up twice.
Yeah.
Where Bennett's had the ball deep in their territory.
Yep.
And that can come back and really bite Bennett in the backside if they don't take care of business.
I think McQuaid,
in the second half.
McQuaid's right side of their offensive line is huge. They are really, really big up front on the right side. I think to have success in the second half, I think they just got to keep pushing that right side. That's what they did on the first drive. First or second, we're not quite sure. First or second drive, when they had the success and they went down and scored, we kept talking, look at those guys on the right side. I would just keep going right behind them.
Well, I think Tom mentioned during the broadcast, or Stu, in that first drive, they kept running they kept running the right side. It was almost the exact same play.
It was the exact same play over and over and over. I love the fact that they not only liked that play, obviously. They must have practiced this. That was a go-to play, and they were saying, we're running it, you stop us.
And they may have saw something in tape, or maybe they thought they could maybe outmatch the left side of the defensive line for Bennett. So either way, but then Bennett made an adjustment, obviously, because they couldn't keep running it. They made an adjustment. So,
but don't you love those big what are those big machines on a throughway that's pushing all the dirt? That's what these boys
plows?
were. Well, road graders or whatever they're called. Those big things that some guy steers. But anyway, I'm looking at that offensive line going, those guys